Greetings, beautiful beings, and welcome to the Breathing Bar. I'm Ahuvia, your bartender today and every day. And thank you for taking this moment to share here at the Breathing Bar as we close out our Fall Equinox series. And it came to me yesterday when I was walking to the subway, and here in DC, they have the National Guards everywhere. But you really see them when you're on the subways. And I was just exploring everything that was going on around me. And what came to me when I was just sitting on the subway was, hold on and don't fall off. And in a very sincere way, that's what I want to talk about today. And that's what I want to leave you with as we close out the Fall Equinox and move into the Winter Solstice, is to hold on and don't fall off. And this means so many things depending on where you're vibrating, depending on your frequency, that will determine the intensity of the energies around you, the intensity of those forces pulling at you mentally, emotionally, and physically. And each of us has to be able to hold on. But the key that I want you to think about as you're holding on is first to know that there's only you. No one can hold on for you. You have to hold on for yourself. You have to find that grip. You have to find that grounding that will allow you to withstand the torque force. Can I say the torque force? That could possibly try to just, take you to Wonderland. I always use the Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland as my benchmark, because that's when you go down the rabbit hole, and then it's very hard at that point to hold on and not fall off. So how do you do that? First, you just be real that that's where we all are. Each of us as sovereign beings are required to hold on. And the holding on is allowing ourselves to begin to understand and continue to grow into our strength, into our balance, into our sovereign selves, our sustainable selves that understand that all that we need is within us. Even if it's just to listen to what our intuition and what our spirit guides, ancestors, whomever communicates to you. Listen to how they're navigating. Listen to the wisdom that they're whispering in our ears when we give ourselves those moments to be still and to hear that inner voice. As we talk throughout the Fall Solstice, we've talked about heal the heart, heal the body. We're energy, and our cells are living organisms, meaning that they have a consciousness. So whatever we think, our universe reacts to that and responds to that. So we're not holding on for dear life, quote unquote. We're holding on to allow ourselves the time and the grounding to experience life. Experience it from a whole, holistic reality. But in order to do that, we can't always be pulled. And like I'm moving out of using the word all the time, healing, now I just say navigating. Because healing means that there's something wrong. Whereas evolution shows us that everything is always shape-shifting, evolving. Energy is always flowing. So no, everything always changes form. And if we get stuck in the space of always having to heal, many times we'll never feel whole. Because someone asked me today, have you finished healing? And I told them, I said, well, I'm starting to move away from using that word healing, and I'm moving to using navigating. And whatever happens in the navigation and the recalibration and the transmuting, it is what it is. So I'm moving away from intense definitions. Yet in practical terms, there is a lot of transferring and regeneration that's going on within all of us. So as you go into the winter solstice, how do you leave this fall equinox when you're in this space of holding on and don't fall off? Being in that moment that it's all you. You have the power, or you have to manifest the power to hold on. Hold on to whatever it is that you know that you want to feel, to experience, to manifest. It's up to you to hold on in order to be able to continue to do the things you need to do to get there. Don't fall off. And many times we fall off when we feel that there's no use. We can't get there. And the falling off could just mean complacency. It can mean so many things. It can mean appeasement. And so when we're at that moment of holding on and we think we want to fall off, what comes to mind? Because for many of us, falling off is a very large part of us. I know for me, falling off has been here all my life. I look at it every day. I've just now held on long enough to ground myself to be able to withstand a lot of intense energy, a lot of intense pulling. So now I'm here and I say, okay, I stepped outside of myself to be able to get assistance from my etheric family that gave me a deeper meaning outside of my consciousness, in my conscious realm of understanding of how I could be of service. Not what is my purpose, no, but how could I be of service in the most absolute way where I am right now, no matter if this is where I'll be the rest of my existence in the earth realm, minus the daily transmutations I go through. And once I accepted that if this is who I am in my expression, with the way I feel, and if I could only bring right now what I have as my offering to humanity, could I be at peace with that? Could I be in a space of acceptance with that and work to find my balance and just be in that space? And in me acknowledging that, yeah, I could, so many doors opened that were allowed me to find a relief from the force that I had been resisting, because I stopped resisting. And in that moment that I stopped resisting, that was the moment I knew I wasn't going to fall off. I knew I wasn't going to fall off because I was in an absolute space of knowingness that, yeah, and it was good, you know? So you do get to the point, if you allow yourself to hold on and not fall off, that you'll come into a space and realize, what are you holding on to and you're not trying to fall off from? And then you start assessing and recalibrating, and that's what the human existence is about. But it came to me now because there are so many forces testing and trying and just playing hide and seek. We think we have a balance, we think we're holding on, and all of a sudden, Here comes a spirit, here comes an energy, here comes something. Like, let's see if we can knock them off. They're not, really thinking right now. They're in another zone. They're comfortable. They're complacent. And I think it's just an empowering moment to say, hey, hold on, don't fall off. Give yourself permission to be your biggest advocate. Give yourself permission to be the most powerful person in your life, the most brilliant person in your life. You have all that you need to hold on and not fall off, and to be able to recalibrate yourself so that you grow to a space where those energies no longer pull at you the same way. And that's what eventually happens, as I just mentioned before. So I'm in a space of, we all take responsibility for ourselves. The only moment that is real is the moment you're in right at this moment. When you're holding on, if you allow yourself as much as you can to bring yourself back to the moment that you're in, it grounds you more and more. And that centripetal force that's trying to pull you won't be able to. It'll get weaker and weaker. So that's where we are, beautiful beings. And that's all I wanted to say as we close out this fall equinox. This heal the heart, heal the body. But to heal the heart, you must continue to nurture and explore what your heart is really saying and how you are communicating and perceiving that when it comes to your understanding of yourself and the responsibility you must take for your entire universe. No one else can do it because no one knows your universe. No one knows the intricacies of you but you. We're all sovereign in our makeup. We're not the same on any level. So hold on. Don't fall off. And in the midst of all of it, enjoy the ride. Some people like crazy roller coasters. Some people like those almost, heart-stopping, skydiving, rock climbing, doing all of those extreme sports, or just every day. I mean, for me, extreme sport is just staying in the now. Staying in the now, staying in the moment. But that's my extreme sport of choice. So we'll go into that deeper in the Winter Solstice. So you all, I pray you all had a phenomenal season, phenomenal in the space of just total awareness, shifting, control, taking responsibility, detaching from those external stimuli that no longer serve you. And then you're holding on is something that you do by choice, and not something that you're doing by desperation. But that's for each of us to explore how the frequency of the words I'm communicating will resonate with you. So you all have a beautiful moment wherever you are, and we will talk soon, beautiful beings. Give thanks.